Oh, guys, this is beautiful out here.
Probably the most avalanche prone terrain we'll be in today, so we're gonna move swiftly and quickly through this area. Approaching the last push. You can do it, babe.
Where Helen and Tim travel, our next adventure brings us to the summit of Mount St. Helens in Washington State. Also, stick around and find out why we are wearing dresses to summit a mountain.
I can't. Getting a 3:30 a.m. start. Ugh, we had to get up at 2:30 today. Exactly how I feel.
Well, good morning. We are at Marblemount Sno-Park, and it is bright and early. It's about 4:30 a.m. We are starting off to climb Mount St Helens today, and it is Mother's Day, so we are celebrating Mother's Day on this climb. As you can see, it is currently snowing here, and yes, I did say it is May, and it still is snowing, which is crazy for this time of year. Hopefully we'll get a good weather window. It doesn't look like there's going to be much wind this morning, at least that's what the forecast says, so fingers crossed that it's not going to get too windy. The climb should be pretty good. It's about 11 miles or so, round trip 11 miles. Right now we're about 2,600 feet of elevation. The rim of St. Helens is something like 8,600. Let's check it out. Let's get up on the mountain.
Actually surprised there isn't as many people here, but the weather did not call for ideal conditions. Supposed to get about 8 inches of snow last night, but doesn't look like it did. See, it is our third winter here, as I call it, in the Pacific Northwest. Picked up our friends. Just super excited to get back on the mountain. Today, it's calling for somewhat light winds. There's going to be some rain moving in and out, but hopefully it'll just stay with snow the whole time since we're in upper elevation. Tim, you're going to have to model for me. You got a runway walk. We've got our hype man this morning. Got to do our avalanche beacon check this morning. Some Avi danger potentially today. Got to stay on the high ridge line. 4.5, 3.1, 2.4. You're supposed to do the catwalk, Nick. I can't. I'm going to tell you about the tradition of why we're wearing these dresses. So in 1987, the year when the mountain reopened for climbers like us, there was a amazing woman named Kathy Phibbs who started this tradition. She brought 5 women up to the summit of Mount St. Helens this day in honor of the historic women who climbed these big mountains in the Pacific Northwest. And she summited in a red dress with a pillbox hat, and it pretty much just kicked off this tradition. So it's been going on for over, 20, 30 years at this point. And this is the climbing register. We do have permits today, so between the months of May 31st and October 1st, there generally is a 100 climber quota. Actually, for about a month before, there is a 310 or 15 climber quota, but you still have to sign in at the register. Always good to be cautious and knowing who's on the mountain. It's going to be a good start to the day. Not too windy, not too cold. How are you feeling, Tim?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
I know. I can't stop looking at your dress. In the snow, at some point, we're gonna have to put on our snowshoes, but we're gonna try to go as far as we can without snowshoes. Mount St. Helens, before the eruption, May 18th, 1980, used to be over 9,000 feet tall, and since the eruption, chopped off a bit of the top. Now it's about 1,000 feet 1,000 feet shorter, and around 8,000 feet. Now, fun facts. The forecast really called for partly sunny skies. So far, no partly sunny. I really think they should have reported partly cloudy. We're making a game plan last minute decision to come on this hike, but the snow fall and the warmer temperatures and less wind than what it predicted earlier this week. The forecast turned around a little bit for the better, so we said, why not? I think in Tim's past life, if he were to be reincarnated, he'd likely come back as a mountain goat. He's so fast. He gets faster with age. So anyone else like me where the first mile is always the toughest, I feel like my body's waking up, my joints are stiff. One of those things where I don't think my body likes to function when I have to get up before 4 a.m. in order to get outside and have these awesome opportunities like this. You just have to suck it up once in a while. Yeah, time to shed some layers. Bad thing about electronics in the cold weather is they just die on you.
Well, these GoPros do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get one of those batteries. What are they called again? I've got to get some enduro batteries. Tim, your skirt doesn't look like a skirt because you're so tall.
It's a short skirt.
Is sporting a Pendleton skirt, vintage. Yeah. It is partly sunny. See the blue skies? There's the mountain.
Right now we're about 1.5 miles in so far on the Swiftcreek Ski Trail, which is what you have to start on from the Marblemount Sno-Park during the winter climbing route. You start on that Swiftcreek Trail, and then here in a little bit we're going to branch over to what's called the Worm Flows Trail, and the Worm Flows Trail goes all the way to the top. So we're looking for that intersection now, but so far not too bad. Packed snow, it's a little bit extra effort, slows you down.
Now let's go up. Where do you draw the line?
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, how do you floss? I don't know how to floss. How do you floss?
Definitely not, whatever that is not flossing.
I get it a twirl.
Look at that patch of blue ahead of us. I don't think you guys can see it, but that is, I can see all the way up to the crater rim in the very distance. We have this wonderful patch of blue. The weather gods are blessing us right now, so let's hope it holds out for the whole climb. This could be a great day. This is great.
Looks like the clouds are moving in again, covering up the mountain. At least you got to see it for a quick moment. Some exposed lava flow, so pretty.
What is actually the indigenous name for this mountain?
So on the south side of the mountain, it is not in the blast zone of the eruption back in 1980. So as you can see, there's an abundance of trees and foliage, but of course it's covered in snow right now. But if you go to the north side of the mountain, which is going to be in our other video, shows how dry and desolate and bare where the blast zone was, and kind of the matchstick trees and volcanic ash that fell. Just a whole different ecosystem on the other side of the mountain. So you really get the best of both worlds if you visit this area. Highly recommend it if you're ever in Portland. We're about a 2-hour drive from this side of the mountain, but really it's about the same distance coming from the Seattle area as well. So if you hike this route in the summertime, you're dealing with dry, crumbly rock, volcanic ash, a little bit of bouldering. So far, the impressions, in my opinion, and yours could be different, I actually enjoy hiking more in the snow. It seems pretty packed down and kind of pick your poison, as they would say. So we are headed up where my finger's pointing, up on that ridge, hugging that ridge line, and that's where we're gonna head to our summit. Somewhere up there. Yonder. Way yonder.
Up in the clouds.
Up in the clouds. We had to put on our mountaineering boots. Are different from your traditional hiking boots. They have a really hard toe. Today we are wearing gaiters. They essentially go over your pant leg to help protect you from the elements. Especially today, the snow. Do not want to be kicking in snow into the boots. Be very uncomfortable if you end up getting soggy socks and soggy pant legs. Time to transition into our snowshoes. Really like this because this straps onto a lot of types of hiking boots and mountaineering boots, but it's also helpful to have this lip on your shoe because it holds your snowshoes in place. We love the Lightning Ascent MSRs because it has risers, so when you're on steep terrain, and it can give you really good traction when you're going uphill. Tim just took a tumble. Oh, I can help. Give him your pole.
Here.
No, yeah, just hand it, like, reach out.
I see.
Yeah.
I can't pull you up.
Not happening. Sun's out, fun's out. I was gonna say guns out, but it's too cold for that. Sun's out, fun's out.
I like when we all get so happy
When the sun, yeah, when the sun's out, we're like, yeah. When the sun's not out, we're like, this sucks. It really doesn't suck. It's been a good day so far.
Mount St. Helens is the 5th highest peak in Washington state. It's often referred to as the Mount Fuji of America, and at its highest part of the crater rim, it sits at over 8,365 feet tall.
So there's about 10 inches of new snow that Mount St. Helens got over the past weekend. And so that concerned us a little bit because the avalanche danger is up, but the winter climbing route, as long as you do it right, you'll stay up high on the ridgeline. And so we can stay out of most of the danger zones. And we're all avalanche trained. We've all been through the class. We're trying to make smart choices, and boy, is it paying off because this is spectacular.
Someone braved the elements and snow camped. So awesome. Good for them for being such troopers, for digging out a snow pit and putting your tent. I just don't have that much patience, but Tim and I have never actually snow camped before, but we'd love to at some point. What you thinking so far, Christine?
It's challenging.
Yeah, a slog, as they say. It's all about the little breaks, right? Time for a snack break. Blood sugar's getting low here. It's about 9 a.m. Likely a few miles in. Can see people right up there. 4 miles in, I think we're about halfway. Maybe 2,500 feet of elevation.
Yeah.
I think you win for the best outfit today.
What's the prize?
Just to get to the top. Clouds and the fog rolled back in. No more sunshine, but hopefully it will pass as we make our way up to the summit. We're just a little bit more than halfway, so feeling hopeful and can't complain because the weather is cooperating to some certain extent.
So these little roller balls are indications of warming temps with some increased avalanche risk. It's coming off that wind-loaded slab up there, a little cornice. See the little pinwheels kind of rolling on down, so that just tells you to keep an eye out as conditions change and heat up with the sun.
Probably the most avalanche prone terrain we'll be in today, so we're gonna move swiftly and quickly through this area. Definitely don't want to gamble it.
Through quickly.
Not gonna lie, my heart was pounding through this section. Just very, very sketchy conditions right now with some fracture lines we're seeing in the snow. The Northwest Avalanche Center does not report this time of year as past their season, so any mountaineers just have to climb with caution.
Oh, that little slide?
Yeah, it's happening.
How are we getting back down?
We're just here.
This is our route back down.
We can just boot it if we need to, like because of the rocks.
We have made it to 5,300 feet. We've climbed 2,600 and we have what? 3,000 more gain. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
My legs are hurting real bad. A little bit of heart pounding moments today. We're in a little bit of a whiteout for about half an hour to an hour and couldn't see anything in front of us. And luckily we climb out of this steep section and saw some topographic elements. Makes me feel a lot better when we can see what we're walking into. Wormflow's route, but it's got some cornices and it's a little steeper, and today is just not as good of a choice today, so we're going this alternative split. Sun is finally back out. Thank goodness. Oh, today has been a little bit of a mind game. Gotta just stay calm those nerves, because I really can get myself worked up when we're on these alpine summits. I deal with some anxiety in life, and sometimes I have to breathe a little deeper to mitigate those anxious feelings. So Mount St. Helens is a very popular climb for both experienced and novice mountaineers. It's a good training hike for some of the bigger mountains in this area. Mount Hood, Mount Adams, Mount Rainier, etc. It's, for the most part, a non-technical hike, almost like a hike up, but of course in the winter you have to be, prepared. Bring your ice axe, bring your crampons, definitely have some avalanche transceivers, probes, shovels. Just never know this time of year with the lingering snow. There could be some hazards. We've taken so many breaks so far. Trying to make it up to this next section where Tim is. He's such a rock star. He's so fast all the time. But everybody's got to go at their own pace. It's just nothing but snow and uphill.
It's always such a mind game. Whenever you can't see the summit, the clouds have enveloped it, and you're like, oh, we still got like a couple thousand feet to go. It's just putting one foot in front of the other and just keep going until you get to the top. It's always a real gut check, Plays mind games. The weather has changed a little bit as we expected. We have some clouds that have pushed in. So as you can see around me, this is pretty much a whiteout right now. But luckily we have GPS. We know where the trail goes, so we're not worried about that aspect of it. In fact, we're gonna climb out of the clouds eventually, so we're looking forward to getting up and getting our views back. So you'll notice kind of how eerily quiet it is up here. Usually on Mother's Day, Mount St. Helens is packed with people. We just passed like 6,000 feet. Still got a couple thousand more to go. And you can see, luckily it is clearing up, so you can see kind of the rim way up there behind me. And you can see down below me, still whiteout conditions. But it looks like we are climbing out of the clouds finally, so that's always a welcome sight. So I got out ahead of the group here a little bit, so I found one of these lava rocks exposed, nice and flat, and it's warm. The sun's been heating it up, so it's actually nice and cozy here while they wait on them to get up here. So we have a couple skiers dropping in. First ones of the day, dropping in from the rim.
It's like the never-ending Stairmaster. Hoping for a clear summit. We'll see. Just have to keep our fingers crossed that these conditions will be in our favor. A really beautiful afternoon. I can't believe we're approaching 12 o'clock. I think we have about 1,500 elevation gain left. It seems like we've been on this mountain for 2 days, but we started at 6:15 and now it is about 12:15.
Great views again, kind of opening up to the valley floor. My technique right now is to count 100 steps out. If I count 100 steps and then take a break, that means I'm at least gaining 100 feet of elevation roughly. Just kind of chipping away at the remaining elevation. So I'm just looking around. We're getting right at the kind of top of the clouds, the top layer of the clouds here. Further down the mountain, it looks like I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Relatively speaking, out of like 315 or 320 permits, like this is crazy.
I always say every mountain is hard until the next mountain, but goodness gracious, this is really difficult. I'm struggling, my quads are burning. Definitely ate all my snacks immediately in my shoulder pouches. I just need to get into my pack for some more snacks, but we're trying to get above this ridge line across this steep section before we break for lunch. We're getting so close to the base before we hit the last 500 feet. Don't let this fool you though.
Not that far, does it?
I'm so stoked. We're at the home stretch. I honestly could cry because I'm so tired. But we're almost there.
Oh, it's so worth it.
The last 1,000 feet always sucks. It's always the hardest, the steepest when you're on any kind of cascade volcano. Legs are dead, probably bonking because you haven't eaten enough. I see the summit. The summit, the crater rim is right up here. We're so close.
All the people coming up. It's gonna be a big party here soon. Yee-yee. Oh, my back hurts. Ugh, getting old. Yeah.
Nice job.
Woo-hoo. Made it to the summit.
That's good.
Come on.
Come on up.
What if I told you you passed it?
Wait, is it extra credit? Yeah.
Extra credit.
Nice job.
Count it.
Woo. Nice job.
Nice work, y'all.
Nick.
Yeah, this was like registration.
Happy Mother's Day. We made it up for the Mother's Day hike.
Hey, good job, everybody.
Commemorating Kathy Phibbs' amazing efforts to spread awareness for women in mountaineering. It's getting a little loud at the parties here. But we're at the summit. What, 86? I don't even know. 8,600 feet?
Oh, you can get yours.
A little shy of that. 82?
83.
8,300 feet.
Mine also.
Super excited. It looks like some clouds are moving in, so we're gonna have a quick lunch. Breezy, about maybe 5 miles per hour wind. Try to collect ourselves, chill out, and then we're gonna head down. Thanks for joining us for this adventure. My favorite.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, this is the 100th anniversary. So we made good time. 6:15. What does that put us at? 7, 8, 9.
It is 2 o'clock. Good time.
8 hours with a bunch of breaks. The snow is falling. Wow. Heading down. All the way down. You can't see the route right now. You can definitely smell the sulfur a bit with the wind blowing south from the crater. Definitely has a very distinctive smell. Rotten eggs, you know? Kind of like the lovely hot pots in Iceland. Definitely not as enjoyable as those. If you ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. We both had to get some first aid from some blisters forming on the downhill. These snowshoes are very uncomfortable. We've been in a whiteout the whole time, but look, the sunshine decided to come back out. Got the last bit of skiers skiing down. So awesome to ski tour. Wish we could do it today. Tim's just taking a nap over there. It is pretty exhausting going downhill on snowshoes.
And just to recap our route to the summit of Mount St Helens, we started at the Marblemount Sno-Park, made our way to Swiftcreek Ski Trail, and to Warm Flow's climbing route. It was an incredibly long day, almost 12 hours. We were some of the last people on the mountain, but it made for an incredible experience because it's very rare to get the entire mountain to yourselves, especially in the month of May, as it is a popular month for climbing. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to this adventure. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, drop a comment if you have questions, and please subscribe as it helps our channel grow, and we will definitely see you on the next trail.